But a lot of times, women that are financially up there, they don't want to settle and they want to be the boss.
I think that men are more intimidated by women that got their stuff together. So when a woman has her stuff together, it feels like, what is his purpose in her life?
I like nice things. And I need my man to be able to give the same thing that I can give.
Men do a fixer up all the time. Men get women down the street.
True.
Men get a crackhead.
Absolutely.
And the crackhead is rocking Louis bag.
Like, men in my age bracket, we're not really intimidated with women making money because women been making money our entire life.
12?
28. All women in 2012 and men are working.
Yeah.
All of us.
Very true. It's a
You
generation.
know what I'm saying? Women are working, women have the right to work, women have the ability to work and the resources to work, and women are taking advantage of all of those opportunities and more.
Look, wait, I'm paying all the bills. I'm fixing you up. I'm getting you out the gutter. I'm clean. I'm fixing your teeth. I done got you
But now
veneers,
you're making it sound
not
like
the
it's a
bullshit caps,
favor.
right?
Women do have expiration dates.
When the
Technically,
love dies or when you die?
No, when the eggs die. When the eggs die.
But I like to
finish
say
it,
when the
though.
eggs die, it's the expiration date for us. Y'all penis be going to heaven. So with y'all saying that, if y'all don't take care of yourself.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to be here. I know y'all are really like watching season 4. Y'all are commenting, fighting in the comments, on the YouTube page, everything. Even though we don't like fighting, we really appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, love everything. We can have a Patreon, so send us some cash or something like that. But anyway, we have a really hot topic today. But first, let's introduce our guests.
Yes, so we got some great guests on tonight's show. We got the beautiful Leah over here.
What's goody?
There you go. We also got some major words from Major Hype.
What's up, y'all?
And then on the opposite end, we got Danny and T and them. You know, that's.
Don't do that to my sister.
Nah, I'm messing around, but go ahead, Danny.
Your girl Denny Deuces, and y'all know I'm about to bring the heat in here, so relax. Rico.
That part.
Fire.
And you know it's T. I'm always bringing some type of energy.
That kind of rhyme. Right.
Like my mama say, amen. All right. But let's find out a little bit more about our guests. Leah, tell us a little bit more about you. Make sure you share your information.
What's good, y'all? This is my first time meeting everybody, so my name is Leah. Nice to meet all of y'all. I sing, I act, I design, I engineer, I mix, I master. I'm just
She's
lit.
Mexican.
Yo. So yeah, I do everything, and yeah, I'm here just to share my thoughts and my opinions with y'all and vibe out. So thanks for having me.
Give us your info.
Oh yes, my
Hey
Instagram
guys,
is at
thank you so much
Robinson.
for joining
Check it
us. We're so
You
excited
got a
to be
soft
here. I know
voice.
y'all are really like,
All right, go ahead.
Thanks.
why? And everybody knows our friend here. Big man, tell us.
Big man. What I deal with? All right, we don't want to have subtitles, so I'm going to speak like this. How you doing? My name is Major Hype. I'm a comedian. I'm an actor. I'm a director. And of course, you know, I have one of the hottest shows with me and Tamara on Instagram. It's called Playing for Keeps. You know, we do it all. We Mexicans.
That part.
Give us your info for those that don't know.
Oh, MAJAHHYPE on Instagram, on Facebook, and MAJAHHYPEWORLD on Twitter.
All right. So
T started this whole shit with this topic. So go ahead, T. You tell us about the topic and give us some background information on it.
Well, pretty much over the weekend, my friend called me and he said, you know, he's taking out about 10 females, they're all millionaires, for the weekend on a yacht.
Well, he
So
ain't
he said,
invite me.
he said, T, do you know some guys that are, you know, millionaire or got their stuff together? So I said, well, let me call, you know, my boss, because I think, you know, he's the only one that I
You
know.
can call me, though.
My bad, bro.
Next time.
But you know, we healing. You know,
I'm about $40 shy of millionaire. So.
you know, we on the
I'm about 940. 1,000, yeah. Don't forget the 1,000. But go ahead, I'm listening.
So I called my boss, and that's, you know, Alan. I call Alan up, and I'm like, listen, you the man in my book.
Wait,
okay?
T, Alan is married, okay?
Yeah, but he has friends.
All right.
So I was like, listen, he might know some brothers that are financially okay that he could refer to. So he said, yeah, but T, they got to find him some fixer-uppers. So I was like, fixer-upper? He said, yeah. He said, a man that got their bread together, they don't really care to search for the woman that have their, you know, they want a woman that make them feel easy, not somebody that they're competing with. And it was like 2 days later after I spoke to my friend again, he hung out with the women and he said, yo, they're gonna be by themselves. And I was like, what do you mean? He said, T, I was telling him what Alan said, and he said, Alan is absolutely right. He said a lot of times women that are financially up there, they don't want to settle and they want to be the boss. And most men don't want to settle for that. So he said they need to find a fixer up, somebody that could fix their teeth, get their credit together, and build that man, like build a bear. And I was like, damn, that's how it is. And my friend said, yeah. So do you ladies think?
Ooh, child.
That's a loaded question.
Let the guests go first.
I feel like it's all about dating what you can tolerate. Like I personally, there's something that comes with everybody. Like everybody need to be fixed in some type of way. But I feel like you have to know what you're willing to fix and what you're not. Like I need somebody that got they money together. I like nice things. And I need my man to be able to give the same thing that I can give in that way. So yeah, I feel like everybody is different, but I just cannot be the girl that's fixing the teeth and doing all of that stuff. I can't do that, bro. That's a lot. I feel like I can't do that.
Okay.
Sounds like a no.
But I think it's a struggle for women that are financially because of they already have it in their mind. Because my friend was saying the ladies is like, they don't want no broke dude. They got to have it together. But the thing is, you already have it together. So why not meet somebody that you could at least help? So they were like, no, they don't want that.
I mean, in a certain way.
A man that already have his own, I don't think they care to compete. So I want to know from your perspective. You're a man that's...
Once upon a time, I was open to dating somebody that was not in my tax bracket or not, didn't have her shit together and probably wanted to, because, you look for somebody that's genuine, right? And genuine people don't come with money all the time. You understand what I'm saying? But trash also comes like that too. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's a double standard to me because you don't know where you can find love at. You can find love with somebody that's broke. You can find somebody but I think that men are more intimidated by women that got their stuff together.
Why is that?
That's I think because men are used to being providers. Men are used to being depended on. So when a woman has her stuff together, it feels like, what is his purpose in her life? But there's way more purposes than just that. But to the average man, if a man feels like he has money, right? Because like I said earlier, women protect their body, men protect their money. So if a man feels like the only thing he has is money, and you already got that, then what is he providing?
It's funny because hearing you say that makes me understand why a specific relationship in my life did not work out. It is though, because I dated a guy who literally said to me, he was like, you're not typically my type. And I was like, well, what is your type? He was like, the girls that I have to bring up and the girls that don't have it together. So me, I'm like, you damn near met your match. Like anything that you're able to give me, I'm able to give you too. So it was like all right, but I'm supposed to be this guy for you. And like, how are you able to do this for me too? It was almost like a culture shock for him, but it didn't work.
But I feel like men do a fixer up all the time. Men get women down the street. Men get a crackhead.
Absolutely.
And next thing you know, the crackhead is rocking Louis bag. How do you don't have an education? How can you even afford all that? Because a man put me there. So women get that, they get it because men is fix women all the time. Like,
absolutely.
And you would say women working hard and she's still in the hood. Why? Because she don't have a fixer up. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Men do it all the time. So why can't women do it? And all these problems kind of really happen in America. A lot of women can find a man because they live in America, the way the system is. Like a lot of women, if you really want to get married, just go to Haiti, like an underdeveloped country. Like go to Jamaica, go to Trinidad. You'll find a good man. Give him a background check. Make sure he's not sick. Most likely he's not gonna be sick because they eat good down there. And you bring them up here in New York or in America, and you make sure you give them a house. house, you check that credit, you build that credit up, a house and a car, and all that gonna be fine. And these men gonna be loyal to you because they are good men.
Sometimes they leave you.
A lot of men. Okay, they're gonna leave you. They're gonna leave you.
I can't
But
go
within 5 to 10 years, and within that time, you go back and do what you did before.
wanna do that?
Like, what's wrong with
wanna do
that?
that?
Husband number 2.
Husband number 2.
So that's the thing. Wait, so that's the thing? We have an expiration date?
I mean,
Everybody
when they
does.
come
Yeah,
out,
we
you
do.
realize.
Yeah, we do.
Is that what I thought we were supposed
That's
to?
what I've heard before, right, Rico?
But hold on, I thought that when
You
you
do have
go,
expiration dates, and women do have expiration dates, and that goes into time. That's not me. I didn't.
Drink
I'm
this.
not father time.
So wait. So when we go to the altar and we say "I do" till death do us part, death has an expiration date. So that means that
ain't what
when the
Technically,
love
yeah.
dies or when you die.
No, when the eggs die. When the eggs
That's what he's
die.
saying.
Go.
Yes, when the eggs die, that's the expiration date.
That's what he's saying.
So what I'm saying
But,
is,
all right, being that you said that, I'm gonna have to counteract you with that one because
Let
I
me
like to
finish
say
it,
when the
though.
eggs die, it's the expiration date for us. Y'all penis be going to heaven. So with y'all saying that, if y'all don't take care of yourself,
but we
So
can
to
pop a
say
pill
that-
and still make it
No,
work.
not
You know what I'm
necessarily.
saying?
How to get blood pressure high.
if you're not healthy, exactly. If you're not healthy, no.
So work out, fellas.
You got that type 2.
What's that mouth do?
Yeah. Yo,
It's
look,
not gonna work.
Yo,
You
but-
got high blood pressure and type
What
2.
that mouth
Maybe it
do?
ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work.
I want to touch on
I'm
something.
tired.
I want to touch on something too that Major Hype said that I kind of disagree with just a little bit, right? I don't think that men around my age bracket are intimidated with
want them to see
women
my
making money, because women's been making money our entire lives.
What?
Like, men in my age bracket, we're not really intimidated with women making money because women been making money our
How old are
entire
you,
life.
12?
28.
Okay, well, there's an age gap there.
Yeah, because-
I grew up in a household where my grandmother never worked a day in her life.
Yeah,
So for you, it might be a little different.
yeah. So like my grandmother worked. She didn't really work, but she worked. But my mom worked, and all the women that I grew up with, because you gotta remember, when I was, let's just say I'm an adult, a young adult at 18. At 18 years old was only 2012.
Okay, so you're speaking from that.
All women in 2012 and men are working.
Yeah.
All of us.
Very true. It's a generation.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Working and getting money is different.
No, I understand that, but everybody's working to do what? To get money.
To survive.
Yeah, to survive.
There's a
yeah.
difference between getting money and surviving.
100%, but the goal to survive is eventually to make money, and this is to build a skill set to make money, so you don't have to survive. There's a lot of women that I went to high school with that are making great money. There's a lot of women that I went to college with that are making great money. You know what I'm saying? So
What do you call great money?
at least over 6 figures.
Okay.
Over 6 figures to me is great money, because obviously at this point in time, I correct me if I'm wrong, I think only 10% of the country makes over 6 figures. So if you're making 6 figures, it's great money. It's enough to sustain a good, comfortable life, in my opinion, depending on your needs. But that's going off on a tangent. So I think that Danny's right? Men have been dealing with fixer-uppers our entire life, but that's because the history of men, we've been doing fixer-upper work.
Providing.
Yeah, we've been providing.
I get your point, Danny.
Nowadays, women are working, women have the right to work, women have the ability to work and the resources to work, and women are taking advantage of all of those opportunities and more.
Very true.
Right? Which is cool, right? I'm an advocate for it. But now, this is where it gets into a gray area. Because now you got women who are making $1 million, but still don't want to do the work of a millionaire when it comes to a relationship.
What is that?
What's the word?
Fixer-upper.
Yeah, but
That's the work of a millionaire man is a
I don't know
fixer-upper.
if I agree with
I
that.
don't think
this
so.
is my whole thing. It's a double standard. You know what I'm saying? It's really
There
a
is.
double standard.
There is.
Because
There
men
is.
will find women, like I said before, and they would just like fix them up, and the
Easily.
next thing you know, the women don't know
Well-
what Coney Island Project is. Bitch, you know what Coney Island Project. That's where you came from.
Yeah.
You get where I'm coming from. But as a woman, it's hard for us to do that because we're not used to that. But if a woman is making enough money and all you need is love and affection, and you could pay for a man car, you could pay for a man rent, and all you need is like loyalty, why not go somewhere and pick up a man? Because all these men out there, they wasn't raised like they were raised in America. All these marriage problem is coming from America because the way the system is set up. But when you go to a different country, an underdeveloped country, this man will be loyal for you for at least 10 years. And you've been married
Let me say something.
like,
Let's not act like women don't do the fixer-upper thing.
they do it all the time.
Women do it all the time. Y'all be having dudes that ain't doing nothing for y'all.
All the time.
They playing Call of Duty on y'all couch. They asking y'all for weed money, and y'all take care of them too.
Most women are
So
doing
let's not act like y'all don't do the fixer-upper thing too. In our society, there's a lot of men that date under their standards, and there's women that date under their standards.
Over their standards.
And it comes from us feeling like we could change people, but you can't change nobody. Even if we went to Jamaica or we went to Haiti to go get a spouse, right? Things change when they come to America. When they come to America, they be like, oh, I'm in here, I got a green card, I'm off this, because I never really liked her anyway. She was talking to me crazy when I was in Haiti. So now I got to get in America, I'm leave her.
Be like, what happened though for me lately?
I have a question, guys. Listen, so we're saying that men are fixing women up and women are fixing men up. However, if you're a woman and you're going to fix up a man, is that man willing to take on the role that women have typically taken on when a man fixes them up?
Yes.
No, are you? Hold on. Are you going to be at home cooking and cleaning? You ain't got no.
A man?
Hold on, just listen. You ain't got no green card. You ain't got no papers to work. You ain't got this, that, and the other. Because if a man is fixing up a woman, it's gonna be a lot of stuff that he's gonna expect on demand. When he get home, he gonna want his food. When he get home, he gonna want some sex. So when I walk in the door and I'm fixing you up, are you finna do what I say?
You need head in out the gate?
I'm finna lay down on the couch as soon as I get home. What that mouth do? That's what I wanna know. So are the men who are being fixed up because they want a non-traditional role, right? Are they willing to do the stuff that the women who have been fixed up have been traditionally doing? That's what I want to know.
Okay, well it goes according.
She's passionate.
It goes according to.
Cause she said, I got this. My financial statement is there.
It depends on what type of man you're dealing with, though. You understand? If you're dealing with a beta man, then it's different.
Oliver?
Yeah, you know what I me?
He's not even here to defend himself.
Okay, Alan.
So if you're dealing with a man that he doesn't have a masculine role in the house, of course he doesn't. He won't have a problem waiting for you to come home to show you what that
That's
mouth
all he
do.
gotta do.
You understand what I'm saying? But if you have a masculine man, he might have a problem with that.
But okay, what is the masculine man doing when I get home?
He might not be.
If I'm fixing you up, I'm paying all the bills. I'm fixing you up. I'm getting you out the gutter. I'm clean. I'm fixing your teeth. I done got you
But
veneers.
now you're making it sound like it's a favor.
I got you some veneers.
It's the intention
I got your
behind it
credit
too.
together.
It's the intention.
I'm gonna say this. I'm
But
gonna
they
say
didn't
this.
have ulterior motives when they fix up women because they want that woman to be hand and foot doing whatever that is convenient for that man.
Oh, you're talking about a different type of man.
No, what I'm saying is that are we willing to be fair about
I'm
it?
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this real quick. Most women now, right now, 2021, nurse, all of these girls that's out here calling themselves bad bitches with the wonderful jobs, with the great careers and nurse and all this type of stuff. A lot of them are dating brothers that they're fixing. A lot of women right now, a lot of my friends, where the camera at? My friends are out here dating men that they gotta help and assist with their life. A lot of us are settling under the table with things we don't really want because of society, because the finance for women is a bit higher, especially in New York City, it's a bit higher. So
my question to everybody on this panel would be, how come the people that are established don't deal with each other? How come it's always about a fixer-upper or a picker-upper or whatever? How come you can't be worth millions and I'm worth millions and we get together? Ain't that what
That's
Jay-Z
what
and
I want.
Beyonce
I'm
did?
sorry. I want that.
Culturally, that's a culture.
Why we
it's not.
gotta go all the way to Haiti to go find somebody that's humble until they get over
Wait,
here?
can I- wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Why we gotta do that? Why we can't meet people of our same
agree.
standard?
And the thing is, and I'm gonna go with what you're saying, right? See, like, there's a difference between $200,000 a year and $2 to $5 million a year. And with that type, when we're talking about like super successful people, like, you know, the actual rich people, money brings an attitude and an ego into a person, whether you're a man or you're a woman.
Absolutely.
And the problem is a man, and see, and unfortunately, ladies, I feel like y'all have the losing end on this, because a man could be rich and have the whole world as their oyster. But a woman who is rich will not deal with the little crabs and the little lobsters. They want somebody of that caliber. But a man who is rich, is not going to tolerate the ego and the attitude that comes with a rich woman. So y'all, unfortunately, need the fixer-uppers. That's why the initial...
Take the attitude of a chick that live on the Lower East Side. What are you talking about?
Then deal with you thinking that, okay, cool, what you gonna do? Walk out and buy another condo? All right, cool. Then once your ego goes, you walk out, you buy another condo, now we're both single. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get somebody that I know I can depend on that's not gonna really leave whenever shit gets tough. And a woman who has too many options would walk away. This is my opinion. This is just my opinion. And this is exactly why your mans that was on the boat said they're going to be single.
Yeah.
Because they are rich, and 9 times out of 10, men want women that listen. That's all they want.
I'm
It's a
dancing in
woman
distress.
that listen. No, Danny.
Wait, I want to hear this.
Wait. I'm about to finish.
I want to hear this.
Men want women that listen, and women sometimes, not all the times, with that much success and power will not listen to a man.
Okay, but think about it. Men want women that listens. Like, if I'm making this much money, I want to come home and you about to shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear your mouth.
Thank you.
You know, you got the Birkin, you got this, that. You know, go call your rich friend, go on vacation, but don't bother me. So if I'm taking care of you, why the fuck you think I want you to talk? Shut the fuck up when I get home. Take my shoes off. Listen to me. If nobody in my pussy, shut the fuck up.
I don't like
you
a man like
I
that.
have a hard day too. When a woman is taking care of a man, why do you think I go pick him up from Haiti? Because he got lack of English. I don't want to hear your mouth. Be quiet. I don't talk to
You understand Creole though, so...
But I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you. I bring you here. I'm trying to civilize you.
Damn it.
So whatever I say is what I say. So when I come home, I want that Jonjo. I want some good food. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting no maid. What are you doing home all day? I've been at home making this money. You sleep, you do everything. So that's the same thing for women. Women want to do the same thing that men do these days. Because
You're not a man.
We're making the same type
You're
of
not a
money.
man.
I feel like it's unattractive for me to date a man like that. Like, I'm not speaking for all women, but for me personally, a working man, a man that's about his shit, a man that's on the same type of time as me is inspiring to me. I'm like, damn, I gotta pipe up too. Like, I can't.
I like masculinity in a man.
Yeah, but I don't also want to shit on the people that have or feel like they kind of dated somebody and picked them up, because I will say too, I dated a guy. I was great financially at the time. He was kind of going through some shit, and I never shit on him. Like, I paid his phone bill and helped him out with a bunch of stuff, and then that was the man that ended up putting me on my first billboard. So it's like, I can never shit on that man ever. But as far as right now, like in the working thing and coming home and you there and all of this, I cannot do that. I don't want you.
Let's just be honest.
I don't want you in my crib 24/7.
Let's just be honest.
Playing the game.
A woman do not. A woman that is confident in herself do not want to be with a man that they can just tell them what to do and throw them around and disrespect them. You don't want that. You want a man. You want someone, regardless of how much money he makes, he's still supposed to be your protector. He's supposed to be the person that you can look onto to protect you and to show you certain things. So why would you want a man that you come home and be like, nigga, what's up? You sucking this pussy right now? Like, nobody wants that.
Not even realistic.
While you're right, you have to still put it into context. Rico brought this up. It's a certain type of woman who is a very high earner. So let's make the assumption that she's not gonna listen. Let's make the assumption that she does want to boss him around. Let's make the assumption that she is going to want to be the dominant figure in that house. And so in those cases, that's how it's gonna be.
But being dominant is not dominant across the board.
But at the end, this is what he also said. Those women are going to be alone.
But you can't
They're going
say
to be
that.
single.
Not if they go get their Haitian man.
No, but you can't say that. No,
That Haitian man going to come and say,
But
you know I'm tired of you.
But you can't. But no,
That's too much for me.
Hold his papers in
After
the.
you get the papers.
But Aaron, you can't say that though.
They gonna get them papers.
But you can't say that. A real man,
The lawyer ain't got
but
it yet.
a real man gonna stay a real man. A real man gonna remain a real man. Okay.
No matter how much money
No matter
he
how
has.
much money I have.
That's
like
the
he gonna
point.
pull up to the crib. Okay, I'm in the crib right now. She's at work. She making the money. Let me make sure she's good. A real man gonna make you feel protected. I done mess with men and I'm up right now. Like I said, all my breath to be up and I act like I'm broke, but don't fuck with me. I done mess with men that's literally not really like that stuff is not together, but they do what a man is supposed to do.
Yeah.
I feel protected.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I have a man next to me. It's not all about money. You put it in your head it's all about money until you end it, you're like, oh shit.
Yep.
It's
It's not
deeper
all
than that.
about money.
So can I go? And this is what I'm trying to say. A man who even gets a man who has nothing or bare minimum, who gets a woman who has a lot is a fucking man.
Yeah.
And that's why she likes him and that's why he's in that house. Cause she can't boss him around and it don't matter how much money she got. She knows she can't boss him around. That's why he can play Call of Duty all day and say, okay, he's almost like a pimp. You got the money? Cool.
Yeah.
Now look, I'm about to fuck you right now. And then after that, we're gonna go to eat and you're gonna pay at STK. That's a man. You understand? Cause he's still a man no matter the amount of monetary value that he has.
How are you still?
a fact.
Wait, hold on. No, this is a
Because the
question.
money don't define
This is
a
a
man.
question.
Thank you.
This is a question. How is he still a man? I'm sorry. How do you sit up in the house?
I got it.
Let me get it out.
I'm
speaking. Let me get it out. What I'm saying is that how are you a man? Is it because you raise your voice?
No.
You ain't providing shit. You in the house all day. You ain't fixed nothing. You ain't hung a ceiling fan. You ain't fixed the light switch. You ain't mowed the grass. How the fuck you a man?
Everybody's definition of a man is
Let me
different
know.
too. Expectations.
I just want to ask one question.
Wait, before you-
So are we making standards for what roles are?
Because it is a double standard.
Because you said, I seen my mother hang ceiling fans and all that. So are we talking about a role? Is that what the
No, I'm not making a statement. I'm trying to understand.
Wait. Because you said, how are you a man?
Yes.
And you named a few things, what you feel a man should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you ain't changed the light switch, you ain't hung a ceiling fan, you ain't mowed the lawn.
Pay the bill.
So is that what a man should be doing? Is that
First, if you're not, this is the thing, if you're not paying a bill and you haven't done any of those other things that I named, what are you doing? Again, this is not a statement.
my question
This
again?
is not a statement.
My question again is that
I
the
had a
role of a
question.
man?
And I don't know. That's why this is a question.
All right, cool. So to answer your question, Aaron, right? What makes a man a man? And this is the problem with some people. They try to base let's say, the status of somebody by monetary value. But a man is a man because if a man can walk out of his house day by day and get respect from everybody he comes across, that is a man. That's a man that has an intangible power. You understand what that is? Because there's some people that he could have $10 million. I could have $100,000. People respect me more than him. So who is the real man? The person who is respected. So the person who demands and gets the respect is a man, regardless of how much money he has, regardless of if he puts up a light switch, if he puts up a ceiling fan, whatever. He has enough power over you to tell you what to do when you have more money than him and you still do it. That is a man.
That depends on a woman too.
Rico, let me tell you.
Wait, but
Rico,
Take 5.
I don't think you You can answer the question.
Let me say this. Aaron, let me say this. Aaron, let me say this, Aaron.
Answer my question.
No, let me say you. A real man, right? We're talking about man and woman and gender role. Or a real man, right? He could cook, clean. He could make sure like he protects you, and you still the one that's paying the rent. You still the one that's paying for the call bill. But a real man gonna remain a real man. The period. It doesn't where you get him from. You could go get him from the fuck. You could go get him from Africa. A real man gonna remain a real man. He gonna do all these things because he knows I'm being a real man to my woman. But when it's time to tell you to shut the fuck up as a man, if he can't do that, that's not a man, and I wouldn't even go pick him up and a fucking worst thing on my shoe if I have to. You know what I'm saying? There's men that's everywhere. It doesn't matter. But like a man gonna be a man. When it's time to tell you to shut the fuck up.
All right, so we're talking about whether, a man would fix up a woman fix up a man. So let's just open the playing field a bit more. Would any of you who are, willing to be a fixer-upper, would y'all fix up someone who has mental health issues, concerns, a history? Maybe they haven't even had a issue that has, made itself obvious, but even if they have a history of mental health, would y'all be willing to go there?
No.
I feel like that's hard. You gotta know what you can and cannot take on. That is a job in itself. And like I was saying, like, there's we issues within the relationship and there's like personal issues that you gotta work on too. But the crazy shit is about life is like, people sometimes be so good at that mask and showing you that good side of them. And then it's like a year or two in, it's like, yo, what happened? Like, so, and you don't even know that they have some mental shit going on with them until a year or two after, a month after. And then you feel like you already invested in it. So you do want to help them with it, but you got to balance out too. Like I said, what you can and cannot handle. I know that when a job is not for me and it's for that person, like there's but so much I can take on. I can't help you all the way. You got to save yourself with certain things.
I feel like mental health issues is something like that needs to be dealt with professionals. I don't think it's something you should take on because you're never going to be able to fix that person. A lot of people have mental health issues and we don't even realize it. We're like, oh my God, why is it so bad? Cause it's really like their mindset is really messed up. They need real help. So I'm not trying to fix nobody with mental health issues personally. I'm not doing it because I just feel like those are crazy people. Crazy people need to be in a psychiatry somewhere. Like, it's not I'm not specialized for this.
Well, I'm gonna say this. You can meet somebody, Danny. I get your point. But you can't meet someone unannounced, not knowing that they have any type of symptoms of showing mental issue.
Okay.
I know that I volunteered my service before. I'm not willing to anymore.
Yeah.
So I, it's certain symptoms you're not gonna see that someone has some mental issue.
Because I didn't see it when my ex had it until like a year in, and I was just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
He snapped into a whole different type of person, and that I did not understand. And I was like, I can't do this for my own personal. So we went to like some convenience store in LA, and I remember everything was so cool before then. We had moved in together, everything was lit. And the gas attendant was like, the store is closed. And I remember him like mushing a guy in the face. And I was like, I had never seen anything like that before. Like, I'm a very calm person. I be chilling. And I'm like, he just told you that the store was closed and that you couldn't get nothing. And his anger was like, it was like a snap situation. And since then it was like, the play fighting seemed to be a little bit too serious. He didn't stop when he was supposed to stop. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're enjoying this. And I'm not digging it. And it's not okay with me. Like, so I just felt like, nah, like you really had some deep issues. And my mom always told me, she was like, you gotta watch how a man treat his mom and see that's how he will treat you. And he used to bark on his mom and scream at her and everything. And then he started doing that shit to me. And I was just like, I can't do this. I can't save you. I'm not here for that. I'm here to love you, and that's all I could do, but my job here is done.
Wait, hold on.
What, Rico?
I gotta regroup. Hold on. Because I be snapping sometimes. but I felt like, me personally, I've dated women who needed, see, like, when we say mental health issues, I want to make sure that the audience and everybody viewing is not thinking it's something extreme, because some people think that mental health issues could be like schizophrenia, but it could just literally just be
trauma.
Yeah, it could just be some type of small trauma or big trauma, either or. There could be, like, for me, I consider this a mental health issue is I have super trust issues. I don't trust not a single soul. I don't trust a single person. I don't trust a single woman. I just have trust issues, right? And that's something that's deeply rooted that I personally believe is something I have to live with, right? Everybody that I had growing up left me when they weren't supposed to leave me. So I had to fend for myself and find for myself and work for myself. So as much as I love you and I want you to be here, in the back of my mind, I know that people have the ability to bounce on me. So I kind of have a little bit of a guard up. Yeah. Now, I tell you how to deal with that as somebody who might consider that a mental health issue. Listen, when you go out, you can go out, do your thing, but when you get home, let me know that you're home. I have very small requirements to make sure that that part of me does not trigger, right? Now, I've dealt with women who had mental health issues as well, too, where, you know, I could not touch them a certain way because they had been touched that way in a traumatic moment. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that I personally believe that, believe it or not, most of us have some type of mental issue.
I believe that.
Right? Now, the degree on the mental issue that depends on your own threshold. You know, somebody could deal with somebody who snaps, like has a super rage effect, and there's some people who can't. Now, I don't think that they need, sometimes you don't necessarily need specialist help, as Danny said. Sometimes all you need is somebody comforting, you know? Like, I've had relationships that were more comforting than the other because whatever I personally have, like the trust issues and Major Hype said, it could be an abandonment issue, right? They never made me even feel that way. So I never even, that side of me never even came about, you know? And some relationships, it did. So it's all about what you can and can't deal with and what's your threshold, similar to what you were just saying.
Yeah, but I feel like
Yeah, I'm super open because I tell like, yo, listen, I mean, I'm like, yo, I don't trust none of y'all.
Rico, I feel like mental health issue is a real problem. People don't want to face it, but
Danny, you got mental health issues too. 2 weeks ago, you told me you would lie to a man even though he caught you cheating. That is a mental health issue.
I don't really have an opinion on this, but what I will say is that I think to guide the conversation, we need to use the right words and we need to really be aware of what is what. So what I think Rico was talking about is more so trauma. It's on the trauma end of a spectrum. We know this thing isn't linear. And then I think you have people who have identified and been diagnosed by a professional, by a mental health professional, by a MD, by a PhD or whatever, of actually having a mental health illness. And so I think the way we need to think about it is on this spectrum. So what Rico is dealing with, someone may say, well, oh, if he just seeks out therapy or if he seeks out someone to talk to, that's something that he may be able to work through. And if you go down the spectrum, what Danny is talking about, that's something that someone actually needs medication to deal with their issues. That's someone who actually has an illness. That's someone who may require hospitalization. And so I think we have to look at it on the spectrum versus just saying, oh, they crazy, I can't fuck with it. Because that ain't what it is. Like I deal with anxiety. Sometimes I can go do my breathing exercises and I'm good. But sometimes I might need a pill or two to bring myself down and be able to breathe and actually sit in a room with people. So I think we need to just make sure we're using the right words and that we're not judging people and that we're not attaching negative connotations to what these issues and traumas and illnesses are.
I think we all kind of going through some mental health.
I think everybody deal with their own form of depression in their own way.
And I've dealt with that before too. It wasn't necessarily diagnosed by a doctor or something, but I damn sure knew what that shit felt like. I knew that was depression. I knew that I was not okay. And I was just like, nah, my mental is not right.
And I'm gonna keep it real with you. Based on, the pandemic right now, most of the people that you're meeting on dates, they're dealing with some type of stress, depression, and they're all under the same umbrella of some type dealing with mental issues. So right now, where we are standing, you might meet a guy that look good and his finance is good and everything is good. But because of the pandemic, he might have a bank account that's depleting and he's dealing with it, but he's not showing it. So to say I'm not gonna meet somebody that mental issue, you don't know. People wear masks nowadays.
Very well, too.
People wear masks nowadays. I just had a friend that blew up on me recently online, and this is a close friend. And I didn't know that they were even going that far. So people are dealing with a lot of stress. So we don't know who we...
And I think that as a person, and this is speaking from my own personal experience, it's so essential to reflect on yourself. I don't really necessarily agree you need somebody of some type of expertise to try to tell you what's wrong with you. I was able to figure out what was wrong with me within my own self as long as I took enough time to figure myself out. And I feel like a lot of people don't. So now
a lot of people can't.
A lot of people can't because it gets, I agree with you. A lot of people can't. And for some time I couldn't, but I feel like speaking of somebody who couldn't, it's because I didn't want to.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying? Once I decided, like, yo, I can't keep on having these same obstacles come into my life. I need to do something different. So then that's when I went back to the drawing board, did some self-reflections, and figured out what was in me that was creating the same outcome, right? Because I was the common denominator. Now, once you figure yourself out, I think it's so essential to when you're dealing with somebody new to tell them, like, yo, this is how I work. You know, we had a conversation a couple weeks ago about the direct approach, and I told everybody on the panel, I'm a direct approach guy because I don't deal with conflict well, because the way I handle it is not going to be a good way for no one. You know what I'm saying? IED, intermittent explosive disorder, right? I show a lot of signs of IED. If I get to that point, there's no calming me down. It's just going, whatever catastrophic happens is going to happen.
That's an Aquarius thing.
Yeah, so like, you know, so for me, and I do snap with certain things. That's why I give people warnings, like, yo, all right, you know, like in school, I used to, my mom used to tell me, like, yo, listen, if you feel yourself getting that mad, give everybody else a warning to stop doing whatever they're gonna do. And if they continue to do it, I already know what's gonna happen. There's no curing it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Are you able to walk away from the situation?
It depends on, it depends on what it is. Like now I'm an adult, so now it's like, all right, let me actually rephrase that. It's not that I'm an adult. Now I got a lot to lose. When I had nothing to lose, there was no walking away because I didn't care.
Yeah.
When I had a little bit to lose, there was no walking away. I didn't care. Now I got so much to lose, I actually have to take myself back. Like, yo, is it worth this, that, and some bug in my ear say, fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? but I have to really, it's hard. But what I'm trying to say is you have to self-reflect. And whenever you're gonna deal with somebody, you gotta be, I'm open book. This is what I do. If you do this, this is how I'm gonna react. If you do that, that's how I'm gonna react. Don't do any of it and we be good. If you do it and you think it's gonna be funny, you try to play it, I don't know where it's gonna end up to, but this is what's gonna end up at.
Let me ask a question real quick.
Honestly, I feel like there's nothing. Hold on.
I wanted to ask the question real quick.
You want to ask?
Yeah, let me ask. Do you guys, because I look for red flags. I look for signs in people.
That part.
If you're introverted, if you're too, you know, because my personality is bubbly and outgoing. So when I meet people, if I meet a man and he said, I don't really do family, I don't hang out, I'm introverted, those are signs for me. So do you guys look for red flags?
I think I'm lying to you, but I think I'm dealing with that right now. Somebody that have anger issues. And I'm like, I don't know how to deal with that because I never deal with no man that scream at me. I'm usually get dealt as a princess. I'm really a real princess, so people don't scream at me. And even when I deal with dudes, like people think I'm crazy and everything. But when I deal with dudes that bring a calm side of me. But this dude, he actually brings the crazy out of me when to scream. Girl. When I deal with dudes, all love. I want to like make you feel good as a man. Like, you know, I want to make you feel love. Like, you don't ever got to scream. I dealt with dudes that they don't even believe I'm the person I am on social media because that's how calm I am. So for me to deal with a dude like him, it's kind of scary to me. I'm like, damn, is he gonna hit me or kill me or whatever?
So does that mean you're not paying attention to the red flags?
That's a red flag.
Just pointed
Totally.
out?
I kind of feel like, okay, he got mental issue. I know I can fix him because at first I was like, okay, this is the first time he do it. He probably not gonna do it again. Now we're in his third strike. So it's like, he's like, when I let a dude.
Goodbye, sir.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
I want to switch the conversation. I want to go somewhere else because I'm sorry.
Can I say one more thing about that? I just think that it's important for people to present who they are.
They don't do that.
I do that. Because at this point, I don't want to be a year and a half in with somebody and they be like, oh, you switched shit up and da-da-da. No, my guy, I gave you this person. I showed you who I was. Like, and I know people evolve and change, but it's very, like, I make things very, very clear when I'm going through some mental something that has nothing to do with you, but it's my own personal thing. I'm going to make you very aware of that and communicate that. And I feel like that's a piece that people don't do either. Like, especially men, because men feel so like, nah, I can't even, I'm supposed to be the man. I got to hold this down. I can't showcase this to her. And it's just like, at the end of the day, give me your truth so I know what's going on.
Okay, so we spoke about mental health. We spoke about fixing up people financially. Do you think you could fix somebody up in bed intimately? For me, I feel like some people could bring the animal out of you. You know what I'm saying? I feel, especially with women, I feel like women, they can meet a man and they won't do certain things with that man, but then when a different man comes and bring a different type of energy,
She's crazy.
lit.
Okay.
She's ready to role play. She's ready to be spontaneous. She's ready for all of that. So you might be with a man that pleases you sexually in bed, you know what I'm saying? But it might be another man that could come and say, you know what? Let's go in the backyard tonight. You know what I'm saying? You be like, let's go, Zaddy. I'm telling you right now, when women change the D to the Z, it's you lit.
You in the Z.
You with the Zaddy.
You in the Z, yo.
You know that.
You in the
with the Zick. You know you lit. If you just saying, you know, daddy, then that's like, I don't know.
Why you always saying that? Why you always saying Zaddy? Why you gotta be Zaddy all the time?
So what is it gonna be?
It's a whole nother level is what he's
weird
saying.
when I hear men, because I told you a dude asked me to call him Zaddy, and I'm like,
No, he didn't ask you to call him Zaddy. He asked you to call him Daddy.
no, he said Zaddy, and I didn't find that cute.
You didn't like that?
He was like 22.
Yeah.
He had to be 22.
Yeah, I was like, you must be young girl. He said, yeah, I'm just starting to date
You also
older.
had a dude who thought that showing you his meals turn you on. So I mean,
Show me his what?
Meals.
That's right, you forgot about that. Yes, it
every
was someone.
conversation y'all had was about oxtail or something like that. So
Yes, it was somebody particular. It was somebody particular every time we talk on the phone, and he would send me his dinner for the day. So I called Paige up, and I'm like, yo, what's wrong with this dude?
you
Why
thought
he
that's
keep...
what turned her on.
He like to eat.
I said, why he keep
She's like,
sending
she a
me
little
different
heavy.
dishes?
She's into eating.
No! So I'm like, because I'm a big girl, that's what you do me?
But that's what his mindset was. I'm not saying me. I'm not saying me like her. Like I might think I'm turning her on by talking about something else. You know what I'm saying? Like you vegan, so
Yeah.
Wow.
I might talk to you about rice cakes all day. You know what I'm saying?
That
Like, yeah,
works.
you ever had the cinnamon rice cake?
It's just fire.
They actually really
Okay, they
I
are.
want to rub it on your
with the
chest.
almond butter. Right? They are fire though.
That part. Okay.
But y'all ain't answered the question yet, though. Can you change somebody?
Nah, I'm out.
I've tried.
I'm out.
I've tried, and it
You
did
what?
not
I'm
work.
out.
It didn't work.
You what?
I would be out.
What you mean you gonna be out?
If you can't do, all right, first of all, there's an application process for me in the beginning when I meet a man. So at the door, he knows the qualification. Yes, it's an application process.
is
And it
it?
starts January 22nd because it's closed for this year because nothing ain't happening. Remember I told you nothing ain't happening. So I'm going to open application back up in January.
22nd.
Okay.
Because I thought there were possibly people around that I could have into
So you
it.
saying to me you don't think that you can find a fixer-upper sexually?
No,
intimately?
I don't want that.
But
I
you
need
have to explain what your love language is. What are you
My
talking about?
love language is on the application process is at the door. You got to know these things that I want. So eat in the box, last long, certain shit that's required. I don't want to tell you these things.
Can you be with a man that doesn't have oral sex?
Definitely that's not for me because I'm not a
What's not for you? Wait, what's not for you?
That's not my ministry.
Okay. I'm not so profound with getting head. I'm more profound with giving head.
Oh,
I'm
I
a
like
giver.
that. Hallelujah.
Don't bring God into this.
Hall of Fame. Hall of
But you
Fame.
could definitely be with a fixer-upper. You know, like when it comes to sexual experience, I feel like the more profound you are with somebody, the more you could change their mind about things. Like for me, not too long ago, and I was dealing with this dude. I don't suck toes, but
Wait, you sucked his toes?
no, I didn't.
Yes,
but I
you did, bitch.
what's to my I didn't suck his toes, but I was looking at it. I wanted to try something.
You was going to do it.
I was trying something new.
She really likes him.
No, I really liked him, but I didn't suck his toes. I did
You
look
put
at
the
it.
pickle on this toes, you ready to suck that toe. Give me the pass the pickle for me, please. You're a pleaser.
No,
though.
I'm definitely a pleaser. Like anything
me
to
too.
please a man, that's what I'm a do. But like I definitely wanted to do it because I wanted to please him. Like he could definitely fix me up. He was a fixer. I was like, if I had to do it, I would have to. I didn't do it because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just squeeze it out, whatever. I would try everything else.
You like a man that you kind of want to.
Yeah, you could definitely. When it comes to the bedroom, you could fix somebody up. Like somebody that's
I don't think so.
Did he walk in with that jar? We know what's going down. Is that what it is? That jar of pickles? Is that what it is? Y'all, so men, if y'all dating Danny and she walk in with that pickles jar,
You know what's up.
you already know what's gonna happen.
So wait, you said that.
Yeah,
you said that no, right?
No, because so I dated this guy and we did everything, like everywhere. We had a list of all the places that we wanted to have sex in. It was like it was a list of like 50 places where we wanted to have sex, and we did. It was so fun. It was everything. And like everywhere we were, that's where we had sex. And it was just like, it was lit. It was in the woods. It was in the movies. It was everywhere. And then I dealt with somebody that like, I tried to like bring that out of him. I wore all the sexy stuff. I love toys. I love all of that. Like, I get very disgusting. So it's like, but he wasn't into it. So when
Wait, let me get comfortable.
okay,
Tell us a little more.
little story time. You have to stop. It was the legs for me. But he just wasn't into it. He wasn't giving me what I needed to be given. So it made me like unattracted to him because I'm like, us sexually, we're not there. You don't even make me feel like sexy. And I'm doing all of this sexy stuff, and toys are not cheap.
Some people are, it's not cheap. Some people are not sexual people.
I think that's what it
But it was a
was.
gradual thing for her, though.
But, yeah, some
Like,
people are
she
not.
went to somebody who went to 1,000 and then went back to somebody who was at 8.
But
Like,
I tried to do it in,
That
I tried to
don't
do it
work.
in steps.
Yeah, but some people
it did not work.
That's work because some people are not sexual beings. Like,
Yeah.
you meet some woman you meet, like some people think I'm too sexual, and I don't really feel like I'm a sexual person. And they're like, "Are you so sexual?" I'm like, "No, I'm not."
Never, Danny.
You know what I'm saying?
All the time.
you know you're a freak.
But some people are not sexual at
Yeah.
all. Some people you get it out of them, and I think I dealt with that too, where like I was too sexual for somebody.
It make you feel weird. I'm like, why are you being weird to me?
You know what?
Like,
Honestly,
I'm like,
Hand on the frontal, one on the back.
why are you being
Now
weird
you
to
saying I'm
me?
being weird.
Like, that's how I
why are you being weird to me?
That's how I felt, and I didn't like that. I was like, all right, I gotta go because it's not giving anymore.
I feel like once you're exposed to certain things, you gotta stay on that. You gotta stay on that energy.
Absolutely.
You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't be with a librarian if you was with.
Don't read.
But I feel like it was that part. But I feel like he was like that in the beginning. He wanted to try stuff and he thought it was like sexy, but then afterwards he just did not
He
keep
said,
it
tonight I'm
up.
gonna try something different. I'm gonna kiss your foot.
Yeah.
I've been there
It
before,
didn't
buddy.
stick.
I feel like guys be fixing up in girls all the time, honestly. Yeah, because mostly guys, look, guys be fucking.
Not
You
grown
feel
women
me?
though. Not
Huh?
grown women.
What?
Not grown women.
Talk about it.
I mean, I guess it depends. But
Girls.
listen,
I'm just saying, girls.
I would tell you this.
The fix up a girl.
A lot of guys that I know fixed up girls' head games. I promise that.
Facts.
Because they don't know how to suck dick until we teach them.
That's a fact.
So we fix girls up all the
Not
time.
grown
But
women.
that doesn't mean she's not a freak. She just don't know how to suck dick. There's a difference.
I've been with a
I
girl-
might be a freak and I don't know how to suck
I've
dick.
been with a girl who was scraping me the whole time. I let her scrape me for
Not a
about 3
scrape,
months.
no!
I let her scrape. That's how men are though. I didn't even really want to tell her that her head was corny.
Why didn't you want
But
to help
why?
her?
But why?
I wanted to help her, but I'm a Sagittarius, first of all. December 12th. So I'm a little upfront when I talk. So I might say something to you and you might feel away. You know what I'm saying? So I played it off for 3 months. 3 months I was like,
That's a long time.
She was like, you like that, don't you? She had the nerve to look me in my face like,
You like that?
I'm like looking at her like, yeah.
All teeth.
I don't know.
And after a while I had to tell her like, yo, I can't have nothing tonight because it's bruised.
That's messed up. Well, like I said, with a grown woman, you can't do that with a grown. Like I feel like a grown woman, a mature
I feel
woman.
like if you're a grown woman and you don't give head, you don't know how to give head,
That's just
you
crazy.
need to go retire.
Yeah, but I agree. I agree there.
Life?
Yeah,
Life.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I agree.
If
I
you're
totally
45 and you don't know how to give head, something ain't right.
Life is just not together.
Yeah, I think so. I agree.
Yo.
But it's women out here that don't give head. If you live long enough, if you've been given head from, let's say, you're 20 years old, or let's say, I don't want to go into the teen,
Well, you
but
gotta
17.
understand that
makes
head
me
is not
so
even really
upset.
a thing that was lit back in the days. Like people was doing it, but they wasn't really
lit for
speaking
me.
about it, so it wasn't really lit. Like now,
Now, back in the day, if a girl gave
let me.
It was quiet.
First
yeah.
of all, if dudes used to say they don't even give head back in the days.
That's true. That is true.
They would sneak. They
Jamaicans
would
still
sneak
say
it.
that. Do you know how bad that is? Jamaicans say they don't give head when they really do be eating pussy. That's bad.
Well, you know, that's just
Let's
part
not
of it.
talk about the young
That's for another show.
They're gonna be in the comments.
They're gonna be in the
We'll talk
comments.
That's for
Even
another
young
show.
people alone
They're gonna be straight in the comments coming for you and Haiti.
coming right for you.
Right.
Fact, they about to light y'all up.
Right.
What kind of give head you talk about dirty girl? There's dirty girl in the leopard outfit. The snake skin outfit. But they'll see you on the street and be like, me suck your pussy right now.
She done started something. Go ahead, Jenny.
Privately, respectfully, they'll say it.
And if you tell nobody, me
but
shot
go
in your
ahead.
face.
Yo.
That's gonna be a great time. Y'all, like today has been amazing. Like Major and all his jokes, Rico with the foolishness, T giving us game. I'm just joking. God,
But I said it was foolish. Hold on, yeah, I forgot.
No,
Y'all, but for real.
let me just say this real quick, right? So before the show started, I said, Rico, we gotta stick together. We the only two men on this show. He was like, I got you. We always stick together. One conversation, he was like, I kind of disagree with Major.
He said, my man. It was a 90-10 rule.
I was like, oh, set up.
But y'all see how Rico do? He be trying to get the man to like gang up on us. I'm just saying, what? Major just co-signed it, he said it. But anyway, y'all, we've had an amazing conversation. Rico, I love you, Major. Like, the jokes have been fire. Leah, thank you so much for coming. Y'all, like, real talk, I hope we can continue this conversation in the comments, in the stories about fixing men up and in the bedroom, however you want to do it with your money in life. Thank you, y'all. I mean, an amazing show, seriously.
Yeah.
So we'll
see y'all next week.
But we want to see how y'all feel. Remember, we got.
Yeah.
Well, I would say I enjoy the fact that you are all here and got the chance to experience Mr. Major and how he do. You know, this was fun. This was fun hearing from his perspective.
Yeah.
And also Leah's perspective.
I also enjoyed
both of
it.
them.
I enjoyed it a lot. You know, it's good to foment. You know, it's okay to go back to your country or back to a different.
You got a 10-year plan.
America, stop focusing on America. There's other places.
It's this snakeskin outfit. How do you say it?
The snake skin outfit for me. Mixed with little cheetah like.
The cheetah skin.
Little cheetah leopard something.
This was
Oh, what's up,
good.
Leah? How's it been? Have you enjoyed it?
I had an amazing time. Y'all fed me. Y'all gave me some drinks. It was cool vibes. Everybody was just dope. And I ultimately love learning from people and hearing everybody else's perspectives and stuff. So I had a good time and I want to come back.
Absolutely.
I just feel good that I know a little more about everybody now. You know, I know that you're a trader. I know that you're. I know that you're gonna go back to Haiti and find a husband. I know that you love giving head.
He may have barely have sex. We haven't.
Nothing. Right, we sad, so you know what I'm saying? Team sad.
There we go.
Wow.
You know, I definitely had a good time at the table. It's also a great experience to enjoy, you know, different mindsets and different opinions and still have fun with it. You know what I mean? It wasn't an argument, and that's what's most important. The fact that we could all share our opinions and have fun with it.
Damn.
Yeah, despite that, I'm a trader now.
Yeah, you're definitely straight. That's that light skin energy, though.